Hi, this is LauraJthe.Treetalker with an oracle card reading about the icy conditions that lots of people are experiencing at the moment and how this situation will impact the country for the foreseeable future. The majority of us would like to see some effective and unbiased control over who enters our country. Many administrations have tried to achieve this goal with limited results. It's difficult to make a set of hard and fast rules that apply to absolutely everyone because conditions or circumstances will obviously arise that will require the rules to be flexible. The simple promise made this last election was that the border was going to get controlled and the worst of the worst criminals expelled. Okay, sounds like a great goal, but let's face it, that is not what's happening. Masked, heavily armed, seemingly untrained people are being sent to targeted areas in order to frighten the entire populace into submission. I'm sure there are people who think this is a great thing, but when it starts affecting them in some way, they may change their minds. So my question to the oracle cards was, how will this whole incident affect our collective national reality about immigration? Remember, a reversed card indicates the opposite of what's being printed on the card. The current energy is Holly reversed, meaning not changing or staying the same. The immediate past is Sugar Maple reversed, meaning eyes being open to the facts and are making us miserable. The basics card is Catalpa reversed, which means observing reasonable limits and not being excessive. The immediate future card is Birch reversed, meaning not wanting to travel, staying home. And the outcome card is Alder reversed, which could either mean unimportant or that actions have no consequences. I think these first five cards indicate that the whole thing, ice raids, current policies as opposed to former ones, all the uproar will ultimately have little effect on our collective headspace about immigration because it's not a simple issue. The thing is, we need new people and new ideas, and not everyone who comes in will be the best of the best. I think the cards are saying that first we will start trying to figure out how to establish a better system. Second, that for the time being, less people will come in through our borders, both legally and illegally. And third, that the best we can hope from this time of confrontation is that we will have learned more about those who have immigrated here. We will realize that they have done what immigrants have always done. They find work, they fit into communities, raise their kids to have a better life, and are happy to live in the U.S. and are as patriotic as everybody else. The first three clarifying cards answer, what effect will this incident have on the November elections? Screw pine modesty. In this case, I think it means limited scope. Tree of heaven, self-acceptance, realistic appraisal of one's strengths and weaknesses. Rubber tree reversed, meaning growing and becoming permanent. I think these three cards indicate that the issue of immigration will become more important to address in the next Congress, so candidates will have to talk about it, but the scope of this in terms of the election is limited. People are more interested in how the economy is affecting their lives. All candidates will need to be realistic and honest about what their own party has been doing for their constituents. The second three clarifying cards answer the question, what will a certain faction's attitude toward immigrants exhibited by ICE do to change the overall policies in the future? Totara, knowledge, meaning information, understanding, and expertise. Cassia, creature comforts, indicating things that contribute to ease and well-being. Tamarack reversed, meaning under control, situation contained. These three cards indicate that we as a people are learning the importance of immigrant populations to the well-being of our society, that a lot of the false information claiming they take from us and give nothing back is wrong. It also says to me that this particular incarnation of the way to control immigration will end reasonably soon and the situation will be contained because we're seeing it's way too extreme. The third three clarifying cards ask the question, what will we ultimately learn from this explosive incident? Cowrie, influence, meaning what and who do we allow to influence us? Rubicon's reverse, lack of freedom or coming down to earth hard. Pahutu reversed, information exposed, easily comprehended. This means that those who simply believe what they're told will come down to earth hard. They will realize that freedoms in their lives are being threatened or have already been lost by them handing over their power to those who prove unworthy of the public trust. Ultimately, the facts about what have been going on will become obvious and we'll get it. We have to inform ourselves about the people who want a position of power. We would like to have some control over how many people come into our country, who they are, and why they want to come here. Importantly, we should consider what's good for the country as a whole, not just for the privileged or wealthy few, and the process should allow for our Constitution and laws. This is LauraJthe.Treetalker. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.